This showroom represents everything we strive for at McLaren. Every fixture that you see around you, even the smell and ambiance, has been designed around the needs of our customers. We hope you enjoy it as well. Now I would like to present a short video showing you why everybody is so excited. So if you look at the monitors here, can you
obsessive attention to detail that he brought. I became a car guy because of McLaren.
My name is Robert Bliss. I just got to drive the new McLaren. I have to say, I am overwhelmed on how fast, how smooth, how trackable, how amazing this car is.
Oh my God.
It's giant horsepower. Wow, what a car.
This is truly heaven. Absolutely heaven.
Amazing.
A lot of sports car experience, drove sports cars professionally for 12 years. A few times you got to rotate a little bit, brake, you rotate it on the braking, you rotate it on the throttle, it doesn't do anything weird. You can drive it in a drift, come up over a brow, on the power, just snap out a little bit. That's cool. Actually, always help you this twice. That's what it's like, okay, I guess you know the road.
That's an everyman supercar. They should be all about fun. Not too intimidating, not hard to drive, but something that really is fun. I think the Auto Gallery is a special place to do business. They really have created something very special that makes you feel part of the family, and they treat you accordingly, and they become my friend.
So what'd you think? How about that? So with us tonight we have a gentleman that took delivery of the very first McLaren in the United States. He's driven it 1,600 miles so far. He drives it every day to and from work. And he'd like to say a few words. So, Mr. Leno, are you around here somewhere that I can see? Jay? Where's Jay? Here he comes.
You wouldn't even know there was a car factory where it is in Woking because it integrates so well into the environment. They've got this big pond with acres of reeds, and all these reeds work as a filter to clean the air and the water. It's really a fantastic building. I walked through it. There's not
there's not one waste paper basket, there's not one piece of trash, the whole building is pressurized. Everybody wears these kind of smart looking, what are they, Hugo Boss? I think they're Hugo Boss uniforms. I mean, it's really fantastic to see the cars being built. And I've had mine, I got 1,200 miles on it, and I haven't had one problem with it. It's very impressive. And the nice thing was no hassle. You know, you've been to some exotic car dealerships, and it's a pain in the ass, but the car was exactly what I thought it would be. I paid the list price for the car, and they actually talked me out of some options that would have cost me more money, like the carbon fiber brakes. You know, they said I just assumed I needed them, and they go, no, you don't need them unless you're really hard on the track of the car. The steel brakes are just efficient and they're lighter. So it was a very pleasant experience. So I'm through with my car, and it's the most dramatic transition between comfort and track of any automobile I've ever driven. You know, some of these cars you put them on track mode, you can't tell the difference. This thing, it rides like a Citroen DS, and then you switch to track mode. Hey, don't say that! No, but no, that's good. I love my Citroen DS. I love my Citroen DS. But that's what I mean. It's, they build their own engines, everything on the car is bespoke, so I couldn't be more thrilled with it. So, buy one, you will like it. There you go.
Thank you, Jay. Really appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Our lives. And McLaren is no different. We were born on the track in 63, uncompromising, ambitious, innovating to win from the outset, inspiring countless new defining moments. We pioneered the first Formula One car with a carbon fiber chassis in 81 and have won one in every 4 races since. In 95, the McLaren F1 became the world's fastest road car, and more recently, Lewis became the youngest Formula One world champion. But despite all the successes and trophies, we've long dreamed of creating a high-performance sports car. The MP4 12C is the distillation of everything we've learned in half a century both off and on the track. It's the essence of McLaren. Everything we've ever done has led us to this moment. The launch of McLaren Automotive, the MP4 12C, and our dealerships around the world. We are all McLaren, pushing the edge of what's possible in every dimension. Today is one more defining moment in our story.
Ron Dennis.
Good evening, everybody. First of all, I'm sure we all appreciate that the primary function of this room is to display cars, as opposed to house a lot of people or have great acoustics. But I'd like to share with you, and hopefully you'll pay me the courtesy of just give me a few moments silence to tell you a little bit about my company, which of course not the only shareholder, but still very much my company. I bought McLaren in 1980. It's been my life and my passion. But I didn't found the company. This was a company founded in 1964 by Bruce McLaren. In 1966, he entered the first Grand Prix with McLaren. And that's when the story really started. Just a little quiet, please, in the background. This is some people are here to experience McLaren, and I've come all the way to England to try and share it with you. So I'd appreciate it if you could just be a little quiet while I share it with you, because it is an amazing story. It's really an amazing story. And it's a story little known in North America. Since 1966, when a McLaren first turned a wheel on a Formula One car, McLaren has won 1 in 4 of every Grand Prix in which it's competed, from 1966 to today. And for those of you who aren't motor racing experts, or enthusiasts, that might not mean very much, but just to put a contrast on it, probably the most successful automobile brand in the world, Toyota, decided to enter Formula One. It spent $3 billion in 8 years and never won a Grand Prix. $3 billion, 8 years, never won a Grand Prix. We win 1 in 4. Since 1966, we've had a driver on a podium. At least 50% of the time. We've won Le Mans at our first attempt. We've won Indianapolis 3 times. We've won numerous Can-Am championships. And in fact, if you factor in the fact that our rivals, our friends, Ferrari, started in, I think, 54. If you discount the fact that they were 54, we were 64, maybe 52, we're actually the most successful motor racing team in history. But it was never enough, because we are about trying to be the best. We're trying to be always the best at what we do. We built the McLaren F1 20 years ago. Jay has one. It's one of the few cars, in fact probably the only car that you could have bought in the last 50 years that's worth more today than it was when you first bought it. We sold the car around figures $1 million. If you had to buy one now, you'd be well in excess of $3 million, especially if it was low mileage and it'd be 4 or 5. A great investment. Clearly, with this sort of volume, with the 12C, it's a different proposition, but it still has tremendous passion behind it and a tremendous commitment to customer satisfaction. This is a car that has to be driven to be experienced. I'm part of a very unusual club in England. There's quite a few executives who are part of this club. And the weird thing is, it's little known because it's nothing we're particularly proud of, but it's something that we rule our lives by, which is we don't do emails. And I basically text occasionally, but I never do an email. I certainly don't blog, and I haven't a clue what a Twitter is. I think it's something to do with budgerigars. But the one thing I've come to accept is that it is most clearly the thing that best communicates the experience, the honest experience that people have of their lives. They're very truthful, sometimes not always, but mostly truthful about the experience. And the blogs of this car and the experiences of those people who've already had the car speak for themselves. This is a car that's going to sell word of mouth. This is a car that's really quite unique, and it is the first of many cars that we will build. We intend to be here forever. That's the objective. A huge investment, as Jay so kindly said. We've got very unique facilities. I remember way back, over 10 years ago, when we were briefing the architect, Lord Foster, who was, he and I sort of designed the facility together. I was struggling to convey to him what it should be all about, and that it wasn't just about a building or box in which we put people, but it had to have emotion in it. And I came up with the idea of mental aftertaste, meaning that when you drove away, you were thinking 90% asset, 10% business. A bit of colour, but a lot of technology. We do have passion, but it's not the key word that we use at McLaren. When you come to McLaren, you visit our technology centre, and that's what we're about. Many things that people don't know. Probably few of you ride bikes and are enthusiastic about riding. Some of you will know the name Mark Cavendish, who recently won the World Championship. He won the sprint section of the Tour de France. I doubt whether there's many people in this room know that we designed the bike that he rode. I doubt whether there's many people in this room that don't know about NASCAR, or don't know about IRL, or don't know about Formula One, their existence. 70% of all the media attention on motorsport falls on those 3 categories of motor racing. But what you don't know is every single car that competes in every one of those categories is using our electronics. We are the world's leader in high-performance electronic control systems. And it's that technology and that drive to bring technology to bear in this modern world that has given birth to this car. This is a car that's got the lowest CO2 per horsepower of any car in the world, bar one Mercedes hybrid, which happened to come out a few months ago and took the ultimate accolade away from us. 600 horsepower, lower CO2. One of only 2 cars that comes in as a categorised sports car into this country and does not carry a gas guzzler attached to it. And as I said, the driving experience is exceptional. So I'm here really just to share with you a little bit of the history, but also to say one thing, more important. First of all, an apology. We're a bit late. My own personal search for perfection and the perfection that we seek in our car meant that we delayed bringing the car to America. So for those of you who have waited, thank you for being patient. For my colleagues, our dealer network, all the people who represent our dealerships across America, that are now 10, either opened or shortly, thank you for being patient. Thank you for interfacing with our customers. And thank you, our customers, for being part of the McLaren story. It is a story about our form of passion, our sort of technology, but more importantly, it's a story about being on a journey. I am not McLaren. I'm not the book of McLaren. I'm a chapter in the book, and I just want to be a successful chapter, but more importantly, I want to carry everybody's enthusiasm for our brand with us. Thank you very much.